This week, I tried to write my final exam, move back home, and not get arrested all in one day. Welcome to episode 13 of the life of a 19-year-old student trying to run a business. So then this whole thing begins the day before my final exam. Obviously, there was a lot of studying that I was doing, trying to prepare for the paper that I was going to write the next day. But I also had to do a lot of packing because I knew that I wanted to leave after writing. It wasn't, I was about to say it was tough trying to find a balance between studying and packing, but really it wasn't that tough. It only took like 2 hours to pack everything, but we'll come back to the packing in a little bit. I just really want to expand on the issue of studying. The reason I say it really wasn't that strenuous to me planning the trip back home while having to study is because I had already done the legwork for the entire semester. I had already done a vast majority of the studying beforehand over the course of the semester, and I was just using the day before the exam as just revision. You just really want to make sure that you have everything in order beforehand. You really don't want to be squeezed and under pressure like a couple of days before you have to write the exam. You really just want to be prepared, like knowing everything beforehand, and the day before you just revise everything that you already know, and you're good to go. And I think that's the principle that I've been using a lot with what I've been trying to do, which is running a business while being a student. And I think that's something, maybe advice that I can give to anyone who wants to be doing what I'm doing, is really just try and delegate your time. Be very efficient with how you use your time. For instance, what I would do is dedicate the weekdays fully to my schoolwork, and then weekends maybe is when I can look more towards my business, the social media side, creating content, going out, doing washes, stuff like that. I found that was a really effective way of using my time, because if I used my entire weekday, meaning from 8 a.m. to like 12 p.m. I'm doing my academics, then is it 12 p.m. or 12 a.m.? 12 in the night, whatever it is, a.m. or p.m., I'm not sure. But from 8 to about 12, creating my own notes, going over notes I've already done, doing assignments, preparing for weekly spot tests, stuff like that. Really just compressing that into my weekdays so that I have a bit more time on the weekends. Now, weekends I also did a lot of academic work because I am doing a relatively demanding course. It is an engineering course, so it is a really demanding course that really needs a lot of time. So weekends I would also do academics, but weekends I would have more time for business side, just to make sure that I don't fall behind. Now, saying that, I did really struggle, I struggled with my second semester because of just how much I was focusing on the business. That's when you guys saw me doing the mobile washes, going out doing the weekly vlogs and stuff like that. That was really eating into my academic time, and it really took a toll on how much work I had academically. I found myself falling behind, not a lot, a little bit, and it was difficult writing exams because now I was under more pressure than I was used to. But I made it work, man. I made it work. My business is very important to me, right? My business is really important to me, but academics, I would argue, are more important because that's what pays my rent. But NSFAS doesn't pay me to go and stay at my 5,000 rand a month rest to run a business. It pays me to go to school. So if I'm not studying, if I'm not passing, I'm not paying my rent. It's as simple as that. So academics are really important to me in that way. Yes, the degree at the end is good and all that, but if I'm being honest with myself, I don't think I'm gonna use my degree. It is mostly just so that I was exposed to the area, so that I was in Johannesburg, because I knew if you want to succeed as a business person, you'd have better luck succeeding in Joburg than anywhere else. Now, coming back to the plan for the day of the exams, because there is a lot of people from my area who study at Johannesburg, there's a lot of people who wanted to come back home, right? And not a lot of them, nearly all of them, don't have access to a car, you know. So I ended up in discussions with 3 people, all people that were very close to me. I've been in talks with them in terms of helping to carry some of their heavier stuffs that they can't take. Well, they could, but it'd be strenuous to take with them into a taxi. So I had to make a plan for space in my car to fit it inside of there. See what we're working with. Near to nothing in terms of space.
Yeah.
This is not fitting into this boat.
Huh? Cause of
Consequences of my own decisions here, folks.
Look at us.
I sold that beautiful, spacious Mazda. I'm gonna have to disappoint some people tomorrow, man.
You gonna say goodbye to a few people?
How many How much stuff do you think?
How many?
How much stuff? How much stuff do you think is gonna fit from here to here? Because that's what we're working with now.
It depends if you on your packing skills also.
Tomorrow's gonna be wild, dog. I'm not even lying.
Wow.
I am not even gonna lie. Obviously gonna, this is kind of the natural seating position, but we're obviously gonna scoot the seats up.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Yeah. All right then.
Alrighty then.
I am so happy with my decisions. Wow.
Wow, say wow.
Wow.
The next day.
So then, I don't think I'm gonna be picking up anyone else's things today. This thing is already full. Let me just show you guys what we're working with already. So yeah, that's not really it's not really anything we can do there. Even inside here, I have my suitcase. Especially when you consider the fact that there's still like probably another suitcase and some other stuff that still needs to fit in here. There's really not gonna be space for another person. But hey, we're gonna try, man. We're gonna try. I made a promise. I'm gonna try my best to keep it with as many people as I can. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, I might disappoint some people, like actually. I did also want to check the oil level on this thing, so I'm just gonna let it warm up for a little bit, come back and yeah, see how we're doing in terms of oil. I am really low on fuel. But obviously I'm just gonna fill up. Obviously this is not good. You really shouldn't ride your car like this, but hey, it is what it is, man. Yeah, I am low on fuel. Let me just check if it's done loading the oil. Let's check oil. Yeah, so you can see there by that timer there, still trying to calculate. So just let it warm up for a bit and then I'll come back. Okay, so the oil is, I mean, it's okay as it says there. It could use with a bit of a fill up just to get it to this second bar, but thing keeps shutting off. Yeah, it's good. I just don't really like it like when it's like half between these bars. That's when you want to like top it up a bit. But so from that one bar to the other, I think they said it was 1 quart, so maybe like a half quart just to like get it good. Could work. I'm gonna go try and write this paper. I'm not gonna try and write this paper. I'm gonna write this paper right now and then I'll update you guys probably after writing. Yeah, so see you guys then. As I just finished writing, it is hotter than an oven in here. That's why I look uncomfortable. Not because of the paper. Definitely not because of the paper. I am not traumatized right now, I promise. No, but yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go back to rest now. Get a exit permit so that I can leave, fuel up, get something to eat after leaving rest, and then go to EOH Parktown residence to fetch the other guy that I'm going home with. So yeah. Right, so another issue that I needed to touch on in terms of the business is the issue of the Breeze Plaza, which was basically, if you don't know, this car wash, restaurant, barbershop place that we were setting up with a close brother of mine. We had a bit of a disagreement with a few things pertaining to the business, and those few things led to a couple of discussions that really pushed me away from trying to pursue this business, just because of things that I am not really comfortable just putting out there publicly. Now, there's nothing legal binding me to maybe not say like an NDA or something like that. I just find it that morally it wouldn't be constructive in any way for me to air out what really happened, and that it is just best left alone as something that had potential but really just didn't work out. But I will be supporting him in every way that I can, even though I'm not gonna be invested in the business. You should expect to see content based on the business, just him trying to build it, how he's gonna structure everything, gonna update you guys if I receive an update, and we're gonna move from there. So that's basically the update on the Breeze. The last bit of, well, housekeeping that I need to attend to in terms of the business, you know, the last update that I need to give is the explanation of why am I here? Why have I moved here like the day of writing my exam and I'm already driving home? The reason why I'm home so early is because of what I'm doing right now. I needed to film content in my studio, and I needed to push a lot of content out, and I needed to plan the next move, which we are going to be doing with C&J Holdings, which is something I am really excited to announce, but which is something that is not really ready to be announced to the public as of right now. I just need to finalize a lot of things. Not even finalize, I need to start, like I need to conceptualize the whole thing, plan it out, put it all out on paper before I can come to you guys and tell you guys what I'm planning or what I'm trying to do. But there will be big moves with C&J Holdings going into the future. I will be going back to Joburg sometime in December, yeah, to sort a lot of those things out that I was talking about the business. But from setting up the play, yeah, content is the big reason that I moved home. I'm using my stand right now, which I didn't have access to when I was in Joburg. I'm using my studio, which obviously I didn't have access to when I was in Joburg. This beautiful setting of a place, a really beautiful place just to get me inspired, just to get my creative juices flowing, you know, waking up, seeing the mountains, stuff like that. It really just gives you that extra kick in the morning to get up and create something. The last reason is, well, the big one, the event. The event is going to be in this area, so I definitely do need to be here to plan the entire event out, so that we're working hand in hand with the event organizers, just making sure that everything goes as it is supposed to be going. Amidst all of the challenges that I've already said to you guys that we're facing with the event, you know, getting sabotaged, I'll say, in that kind of way.
Alright, so this is me editing the video right now. I realized I didn't say how we got sabotaged. It just kind of, maybe I thought I had explained it before, but yeah, I'm just gonna give that explanation now. So what happened was Russell Zuma got booked by another location. They had an event on the 9th of November. They booked him for that event, and they did a free entrance for that event. So now we're faced with the situation where Russell Zuma has already been to this location. There's no more hype for him. A majority of the people have seen him for free now, and we can't be expecting people to pay for tickets for someone that they've already seen for free, who's already been in the area for completely free. So we're in a situation where we're trying to get back our deposit from the management so that we can try and figure out what to do next. Obviously, it's very difficult getting your deposit back after paying it. For an artist, they normally just take the deposit, but we're going to try and make them understand the situation that we're in, that we can't really make money from this event because of the fact that he's already been booked in the area and he doesn't really have hype anymore. So that was the sabotage that I was talking about, is that we can't really use Russell Zuma anymore. We need to find another solution as to how we're going to carry on with the event.
Where we do need to be having physical meetings with all of the sponsors. All the sponsors, by the way, are based in this area, so we do need to be having physical meetings, just planning out our next play, what we're going to be doing, where we're going to be taking the event. I do plan to be filming videos like every day, basically like a new video every day, and then releasing them. I don't know how I'm going to release them, but yeah, thank you for listening to the rant. Right, let's go back inside so I can give you guys a bit of a tour of the studios, so that you guys can see what we're working with. Oh yeah, yes, I was planning to give you guys a studio tour, but I ended up being busy with some other things. And then the guy whose stuff that I took from Johannesburg, actually, I ended up calling him since he got on a taxi here when I left him in Joburg, and he told me that he didn't have transport arrangement to basically take him from the taxi rank to his home where he lives. So I decided to just collect him from the taxi rank and take him home, just to make sure that he got home safe. So yeah, that's what you guys are about to see right now.